Yo, guys, Hangover Gang. I am looking at this track they missed from Tom MacDonald from a different angle. And that is because I've been reading some of the comment section and some of the comments in the comment section on Tom MacDonald's page, but also some of your responses as well. Thank you so much, guys, for everyone who responded to my reaction to They Missed on Sunday night, Monday morning. Had a few problems getting up, but finally got it up there. And first of all, I just want to say rest in peace to the person who died. And I had to write that down. And that person was called Corey Compitore. And he died trying to shield and save his family from such a terrible fate at that rally where Donald Trump was shot. And I know that there's at least two other people who've been really badly injured. I think they've been critically injured and possibly even more. So just hope that they manage to pull through and survive. But here at Urb'n Barz, guys, I really wanted to talk about something else that transpired and came out of Tom MacDonald dropping You Missed. He dropped it within 12 or 15 hours of the tragedy where Donald Trump was shot. And it's absolutely sparked and broke the internet, people. But my viewpoint on this is something slightly different. So I'm veering away for a moment from the actual tragedy itself, with Donald Trump being shot, with Corey Compitore losing his life and other people being injured. But my point, people, is some people are laying the term grifter at Tom MacDonald. And to be honest with you, I had to actually look up the term grifter because I didn't know what it meant. But grifter means someone, sorry, I had to write this down, people, someone who swindles people out of money through fraud. So I don't understand how people can say that Tom MacDonald is a fraudster. So they're saying that he swindles people out of their money through fraud. So they're saying, and their example is that Tom MacDonald used this tragedy to make money out of the people. But I don't think that's true at all, people, at all. And the other thing about that is, if you remember, Tom MacDonald dropped Heroes on Friday. So why would he drop this track straight away on the Sunday to compete against his track Heroes? I don't know. But there's a lot of people who say Tom MacDonald is a fraudster, he's a grifter. But I'm into the word, and I'm into the terms and terminology semantics. Now, if you take grifter, you take the I out of grifter, and you add an A there, you get grafter. Because to me, Tom MacDonald is a grafter. He's a hard worker, he's industrious, and it just proves it. He dropped this amazing track in literally 15 hours, people. To me, he's a grafter. He's not a grifter. And I really would love it for you guys to let me know down here in the comments section. Do you think Tom MacDonald is a grifter, or is he a grafter? Or is he somewhere in between? Guys, I'm just going to let you think about that. We're going to play this track again, just a little bit. And then we're going to go back into a little bit more of why I just really want to get into this possibly debate, or encourage a debate of whether Tom is a grafter or a grifter, because it's really sort of doesn't sit well with me to hear people say Tom is a grifter and he's using this incident, this tragedy, to make money. So guys, we're just going to check this track out again, and then we're going to get a bit more into this.
They burning the country down with their progressiveness. It started with changing what gender is, then graduated to you're racist if you think that your life matters and your skin don't have melanin. They don't want peace, they want skeletons. They want men to pretend that they're feminine. They don't want an election, they got so offended by freedom that they just try killing the president.
And when I did the first reaction to this, I deliberately didn't comment on some of the terms that were said here. So there's the term about raising the melanin. And melanin is having colour and the darkness in your skin. So I've always backed this, and people will know me. I did not support Black Lives Matter or anything like that, because it just is a thing about divide and rule and conquer. So what Tom was saying was that if you don't have melanin in your skin, you don't have the deep tone color in your skin, then you can't say that your life matters. And then if you don't have the melanin in your skin as well, you therefore must be a racist. That is absolute twaddle, people. It's absolute insanity, and it's just not right. To me, it's wicked for people even to say that. It's crazy. It is absolute crazy, and it's something that is a narrative and an agenda that has been definitely put a wedge in between us. So I just want to debunk that straight away, people. Just because you say, well, doesn't my life matter as much as your life, doesn't mean you're being racist. It doesn't mean you're being prejudiced. It doesn't mean that you're trying to whatever. It just means that in this world that they're trying to make, this new world of equality, everyone is equal. Then if everyone is equal, people, then someone who's got a light skin is as equal as someone who's got a dark skin. That's all I'm going to say about that. Trust me on that. And then what Tom MacDonald was saying is they don't want an election because they wanted to make people skeletons. So I think what Tom's alluding to as well is there've been quite a lot of means and ways of trying to take Donald Trump out of the election campaign, whether it's by taking him to court, putting all these court cases and inflammatory things against him, and at the end of the day they can't get him out by some of these means. Potentially they can get him out by nefarious means, which is actually to take him out and become a skeleton. So that's what I'm thinking about that, people. But yeah, it's a crazy one. It really is crazy how things can come to this. How can we as a society, and we're saying we are a forward-thinking, progressive society, which is meant to encompass, all-encompassing society, how can we think and even do things like this? How can we set people up or put people in a situation? And this is what I missed on Sunday as well, because I was thinking about this the other day, people. I was thinking about, this is another artist that I have been following since day one, and that was Sidham Siala. And Sidham Siala tried to get into politics, so he started on his first steps into politics. And what they did when he went to India is they took away his security guard. Very similar to what happened with Trump in some ways. The security was lax, and Sidham Siala lost his life. He lost his life because he didn't have the security or the right security around him. At that time, he had no security around him. And I was just thinking that there's so many ways to skin a cat, people, in this world. There's so many different ways to skin a cat. But I'm just going to go back now to this grifter conversation. We just hear a little bit more from our man Tom MacDonald, and I'll try and get back into this grifter conversation.
I used to think that the woke were misguided, but now I can see that they're evil. Twitter is angry that Trump isn't dead. You know who got shot? Innocent people. Thought y'all were tolerant, thought we were equals. I thought you valued how everyone feels. Then why are y'all celebrating an attempted assassination like you're part of Antifa?
You celebrate an attempted assassination like you're part of Antifa. So these people who are now saying that Tom MacDonald is a grifter, really, from what I'm hearing from this track, this is heartfelt. This is a heartfelt track. Tom has put his effort, and to be honest with you, if you think he's a grifter, he's swindling money out of people. I don't understand that, because you pays your money, you takes your choice. Tom isn't forcing you to listen to his music. He's not forcing you to buy his music. He's not forcing you to talk about his music. So what Tom is doing is he's putting a bit of art from himself, from his heart, and he's putting his feelings in motion into something which is an art form. So I was just thinking to myself as well, from way back in the days, if you don't have to buy it, listen to it, or even debate it, what about people like Van Gogh? He was an artist, but I don't think he sold a piece of art in his lifetime. So does that make him a grifter? Because he's doing, or he did the same thing as Tom MacDonald. He took something that came from within and he expressed it in a way that was going to benefit himself, or it didn't benefit himself financially, but it benefited himself. Maybe it's cathartic. Maybe Tom MacDonald made this song as a cathartic song to get it out of his system. Maybe it's just cathartic. Who knows? He's not asking you to buy it. He's not forcing you to buy it. Trust me on that. So I don't understand why people say that he's a grifter. To me, Tom is a grafter, and it just shows you how big a grafter he is. He did that all, and it's fantastic, in literally hours. It's incredible, people. And also, as an artist, you get your feelings out. So something happens and triggers you, you get it out as quickly as you can. I don't know.
Thank God the left can't aim. Thank God the right don't riot. Welcome to the home of the brave. Freedom ain't afraid of violence. You wish you was dying? Bitch, you missed!
I love that. Freedom isn't afraid of violence. And it's happened over the years so many times. So in this track, he also mentioned JFK. We also had MLK before as that. He was talking about freedom and he succumbed to violence. JFK succumbed to violence. Even Malcolm X. Malcolm X went to, and I can't remember, but he came back with a different viewpoint. But he succumbed to violence because he changed his viewpoint, didn't he? Mecca, was it Mecca he went to? And he changed. Malcolm X was very aggressive, sort of language, etc. beforehand. But he had almost an epiphany when he went to Mecca. And he came back with a different viewpoint. And there's a lot of people from behind the scenes, people that we'll never see. Sometimes they don't like people to express themselves in a way that will move the people. They don't like it.
Thank God the left can't aim. Why can't we just shoot straight? Y'all are going insane. Bitch, you missed. There's no one else you can blame. Tried to lock him up in a cage. Now you trying to kill what you hate. Bitch, you missed. Told us trust the science, but it never made sense to me. Why would we put all our trust in the enemy? Millions of people are hooked on amphetamines. They're making billions on untested remedies. Borders are open to people with felonies. Biden can't stop them, he don't have the energy. Y'all want to kill the man trying to fight for a better tomorrow by making him Kennedy?
So if Tom MacDonald is a grifter, listen to his words. Listen to the effort that's been put into his words to actually portray what he feels. Really? To me, he's a grafter.
Tried to give y'all a chance, like maybe the left isn't nuts. I was wrong, cause y'all are exactly as crazy as every conservative person I know said you were all along. Wanna protest, go hard. Wanna burn flags, go off. But y'all are so triggered that you're pulling triggers at presidents. Y'all the terrorists when you're armed.
You're the terrorist when you're armed. So what is the difference here between Tom MacDonald telling us what he feels to I remember we had actors all over the place. We had singers all over the place ramming down their political viewpoints, ramming their political viewpoints down our throats for months and years. Like Robert De Niro. I used to rate him as an actor. I can't listen to him anymore. He's an actor, but he thought his place was to stand up and shout about what he believes in. So why is Robert De Niro allowed to do this? Why is he given a platform? Why can't Tom MacDonald have a platform? Everyone should have an equal platform for freedom of speech. I keep saying this. I might not agree with what Robert De Niro was saying, or how, probably it's particularly how he was saying it, rather than what he was saying, and other people as well. But I've got loads of Robert De Niro material. I have a huge stack of films, huge stack of DVDs, Blu-ray discs, blah blah blah, video discs, etc. with Robert De Niro and other actors, blah blah blah. But he's allowed to speak his mind, but Tom MacDonald isn't. I don't understand it, people. I don't understand.
Thank God the left can't aim. Thank God the right don't riot. Welcome to the home of the brave. Freedom ain't afraid of violence. You wish you was dying? Bitch, you missed!
Like that. You missed. We're not afraid of dying. You missed.
Thank God the left can't aim. Why can't we just shoot straight? Y'all are going insane. Bitch, you missed. There's no one else you can blame. Tried to lock him up in a cage. Now you trying to kill what you hate. Bitch, you missed.
The other part I was thinking about this, people, was not just people having an attack on Tom MacDonald, but now some people are doing a lot of conspiracy theories saying this was an inside job. And then, so there's two ways to this. So some people are saying that this was an inside job from the Republicans, and some people are saying that this was a job from the Democrats. But I've sort of weighed it up in my mind from both sides. If it was an inside job from the Republicans, it's a massive risk, because everything leaves a trail. So if the Republicans decided to whatever, whether it was a fake or even real bullets, etc., well, we know it was real because people have died and seriously injured. But if it was an inside job, the ramifications of doing something like this, it will destroy everything. It would destroy everything. And I still think the same thing, that if it was a job done by the Democrats and the Democrat parties as well, there's always a trail, and that trail will destroy the Democrats as well. I literally think this was either a lone person someone who had issues that were unresolved, and this person, for whatever reason, decided to do what he did, with the repercussions that are occurring right to this day. But I really don't think it was anything from either party, whether it was the Republicans, whether it was the Democrats. I really don't think so. I really don't. But having said that, I must say that it has benefited a little bit Joe Biden, because he came across in the aftermath with his couple of speeches he did to the nation. He came across as a really, really good speaker. He came across as a really good politician at that time. Right man at the right moment, said the right words, etc., etc. So this is quite helpful to the Democrats, because people have sort of shifted. Whereas a day before, or even on the day of this happening, everyone was saying, well, is Biden fit? Can Biden even string 2 or 3 words together in a coherent sentence? Can he even survive a year, let alone 4 years, as the next and the continuing president? So these things have benefits to either side in some ways. So the Democrats were looking at this saying, look, how can we benefit from this? So if you look at SWOT, strength, weakness, opportunities, threat, they saw this as an opportunity to bolster themselves. But I don't think this was done deliberately by either party at all. This was a lone wolf. Potentially, well, he could have been acting with someone else, I don't know. But it's a lone wolf doing what he did, and he's paid the ultimate price for what he's done. So that's all I'm going to say on that, people. I don't think there's any conspiracy behind it, although we do have to look at how the Secret Service responded in real time, because it wasn't good, people. It wasn't good at all. Anyway, so that was it really, guys. I just wanted to speak about people calling Tom MacDonald a grifter. I've been following Tom MacDonald from before I started a YouTube channel. Trust me on that, people. There's 2 people I really looked at before. The first one was Tom MacDonald, way before I ever even imagined creating it or starting a YouTube channel. I thought, this is a guy who I can sit down and break bread with on any day of the week. And the second person was Sidham Siala. He was another person. I just thought he was super talented. He went into politics and he's no longer here. So what does that tell you? Anyway, guys, I hope you look after yourselves. You look after each other. Guys, let me know what you think in the comment section down here. I just wanted to float that by you, because I've seen a lot of comments about people saying that Tom MacDonald is a grifter, he's a fraudster, he's an opportunist, he's this, that and the third. No, he's not. No, he's not. Or that's my opinion anyway, but you guys have got your own opinion. I don't understand why Tom would drop Heroes on a Friday, because remember, Tom MacDonald more or less drops on a Friday. The only reason he dropped this track on a Sunday was because of what happened. Or is it a Saturday night your time? I can't remember. I don't know the exact time differences, etc., etc. But the only reason he dropped was because he was so affronted by what he saw and what was happening, and he had to speak out on it. But guys, make certain you look after yourselves, you look after each other. Guys, we need to still go about our business. So go out, guys. If you can have fun, but make certain it's safe. Make certain that you're safe, that your friends are safe, that everyone around you is safe. And if you see something which is odd, report it straight away, people, because we live in intense times. So guys, make certain that you do that and you look after yourselves. But guys, I always say this, but I'm going to say it slightly different. Please make sure and make certain you come back to the next Urb'n Barz reaction, guys. I'm out.